Welcome, everybody, to episode number 139 of CoCreative NoCode's Office Hours. I'm your host, Tonya, here with my partners, Justin and Pablo, and our members. Let's see if I can do this in order. Thomas, Ben, Brittany, Jay, Francisco, and Callum. Welcome. We're going to get started in just a moment. If this is your first time tuning in to Office Hours, you might be watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. What it is we invite our members to come live on us with Zoom. We broadcast the sessions, and then they can ask us any bubble question that they want. And we can't promise answers, but we promise you won't suffer alone. And we do a pretty good job. I don't know exactly what our batting percentage is here, but we do a pretty good job. So if you would like to join us for a complimentary session of Office Hours to see if you'd be interested in joining our membership, you can email us at team@CoCreativeNoCode.com and we could get you set up. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. We've got Brittany up first. What's going on, Brittany?
Yes, so I want to circle back to what I was trying to do the other day with this subscription, like instating so it didn't work. I changed it from minus 12 to 12 months and it still didn't work, so I'm just guessing that this is wrong.
Okay, got it. I think the wrongness of that might be we're making a call to Stripe. We don't necessarily need to make the call there.
Okay.
What we need to do is have some way that when the subscription is renewed, we know that it's valid.
Okay.
Right. So I typically do this by referencing an invoice thing in my database and then referencing the date and the status field. So did we ever successfully set up that you're getting back the status of the Stripe charge when you, oh, that's right, you're using subscriptions in. Did we successfully get it so that you're getting the information back by webhook from Stripe?
Not entirely sure. That was the first back end workflow that we were doing, or something on Stripe. I think we did.
I think we figured out we definitely got it working to send information in. I don't know if we ever found the right information to listen for in Stripe to send it in. I don't know if you've modified it since I've been in there or not.
Stripe. No, that's not right. I haven't. I don't think.
Yeah, right. We haven't done anything to process that. Justin or Pablo, do you have any ideas on this? Am I going about it? Have you ever done a subscription service that worked on a credit basis, where a certain number of credits were applied to the account when the subscription was renewed each time?
I haven't specifically. Pablo, have you?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay, and so I lost audio for a bit because I was trying to add sound effects. Can you hear this?
Can't touch this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't touch this.
Oh,
but don't get us shut down on YouTube or Facebook, please.
Okay. I think if we need the license. Less than 2 seconds, I think we're good.
Yeah, we need licenses or whatever.
Okay, sorry. So the question is, you have like a person has a set number of credits for I'm not actually sure what your app does.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay. So I can kind of explain really quick. So the best way to do this is to go to the option sets. So each tier on the subscription types, they have different work orders allowed each month. So the basic plan has 2 work orders. The monthly, the gold monthly has 7. Annual is where I'm having the issue. These are the other platinum are unlimited. So I'm not necessarily having an issue with reinstating the work orders. I don't want them to roll over into the next month, so that I don't want it to build up. So basically what I'm trying to do with the annual one, because right now, as of right now, it looks like when they pay for an annual gold member subscription, they will only have 7 work orders for the entire year, because I don't have anything reinstating those 7 work orders per month, because it's based off of when Stripe, we set it up as in Stripe. If you pay monthly, then it will reinstate through the Stripe connection monthly, but because they are paying.
So when the payment comes through, then it's saying, okay, add 7 more.
Right, yeah. But because this one is annual, they're not going to be paying every month. So I'm having an issue where I need to reinstate those 7 work orders, but I don't have anything tracking that they've paid for that year, to reinstate it. Because if I say just reinstate it every month just because they paid, then after their 12 months are up, then it's still going to be reinstated even if they haven't paid again for the annual. Am I making any sense? So yes. I'm trying to figure out how to track basically whether their subscription is current, and to continue to reinstate those orders, those allowed work orders each month.
And you've already tried. Yeah. No, go ahead, Justin.
Oh, I was just going to say, can't you just set, it might be the same question you're going to do. Have you do like when they cancel, then it just removes the work orders, or when they cancel or they can't pay?
So canceling, they will still, even if they cancel or upgrade or change whatever within that month, then they will keep those 7 work orders because they've already paid for them. But I'm not too concerned with the cancellation at the moment. I'm just trying to, throughout the year, I want those 7 work orders to continue to be placed on their profile.
We can do a recursive workflow. So when they click the button, probably there's some sort of return that we can use to establish that they have successfully started their annual subscription. And then at that point, kick off a recursive workflow to reset to 7 credits every month.
Okay, so I would need to go where they first sign up, correct? So
yeah, where they click the button.
Right. Yeah. So that would be here. So it will be the radio. They would have to have this radio button selected. Okay, so once they click here. So if I remember to come to code. Nope, that's the month. This one is where I have it signing them up as a yearly subscription. So once they are signed up, how do I do the recursive workflow?
Yep, so the recursive workflow is going to be a backend workflow.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. And you have the workflow credits set on the user, correct?
Yes, I think.
Okay, and then where are you assigning those initial 7? Is it in that other workflow where we just were?
Collect the information.
Make changes to user steps. So maybe in step 7?
Yes, step 7.
Yeah, but where's this 7?
Where is it being? Let's see. Right here. Work order credits equals this user's work order credits plus whatever the allowed work order credits, and then the extra credits that they will buy.
Okay.
So step 8.
So, okay, and then copy that.
Okay.
That expression, actually, yeah, that expression.
Okay.
And then go back to backend workflows. And we're just gonna set up a new one. And you can call it the subscription, like the, I don't know. No, that's not what I meant.
Annual, gold annual.
I don't know. it needs to be for gold because you also offer basic annual, right?
I also offer, so the only other annual one is platinum annual, but their work orders are unlimited. So that's why I didn't think I would.
Got it. Okay, so gold annual monthly renewal or something like that. And then the type of thing in here is going to be user. Wait. Oh yeah, that's fine. Reusing recurring is fine. And then just go ahead and make changes to thing. You could have actually copied that whole workflow.
Oh, thing.
It's okay. Current workflow user, it's fine. Current user, either one. Change another field and then the
work order credits.
And then paste. There you go.
Okay.
And now where you schedule that is on the other page. In that same workflow, you're going to schedule that recurring workflow to happen monthly.
Okay. So schedule. Did I choose the wrong?
Actually, it's not schedule API. It's set or cancel recurring event.
Okay. Would it be current user? Frequency monthly. Start date. I guess it would be the result of step 8 or either the result of
current date and time plus 1 month.
Okay.
Because you're already doing it for this month in that same workflow.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. How can I test? Can I change this to like 5 minutes just to test it?
I don't think so because that you can't do less than like monthly on your current plan probably. We could set it up as a recursive workflow instead and test it that way. But I've never had a problem if the make changes to the user, go ahead and move that box down. So it's like step 7 or 8 where you do that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if this one is working, this next one will work on a monthly basis. I would have full confidence in that.
Okay.
I usually say test, but this is super simple.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if Justin and Pablo disagree, but I think it's very reliable. I wouldn't modify it to test it.
Alrighty, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Oh, another way you can test it.
Oh,
share your screen again. I'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
Is you can put someone through it and go to logs at the very bottom
Mm-hmm.
and go to scheduler at the top and then click show.
Oh, okay.
And any of the recurring things that are set to run will show there. So
Okay.
once you run it and you schedule it, when you click that button, it should show a scheduled event.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Just make sure that if you're testing that, that you're either on the development or the live version, depending on where you have scheduled the API workflows.
Okay.
Because you can switch to live, and otherwise you might think it's not working, but it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Awesome. And welcome, Jordan. I saw you came on. I added your name to the list.
Hey, Tonya,
do you have anything for us today?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. We've got a few people ahead of you, but we will get right to you. Jay, you're up next.
Okay. So I've got a 2-step problem. This is a an record button, obviously, and I'm trying to transcribe the results. So this button, sometimes the recording uploads as it should, and sometimes it just hangs and the recording is not successfully made. This is the Bubble plugin, audio record and visualize.
Okay.
So that's the first problem. And then the second one isn't a problem, it's a question regarding the workflow for the transcription. I've got this set up in both AWS and in Azure. It's working. I mean, I can initialize start transcription and get transcription in Azure, and in Amazon, which I think I'd prefer to use because I think it's less expensive and it gets better reviews for accuracy. I have the start initializing, but not the get. I've been interacting with the guy who put out the tutorial, Launchable AI. Those are awesome tutorials, by the way. But I'm still troubleshooting that. So in the meantime, though, I don't think it matters which I use because the workflow is just the workflow.
Okay.
So, okay. So question number one then is the performance, because nothing works without this.
And the performance, like you're looking at how fast the page is loading. Is that what we're talking about?
Once it loads fine, but then when I hit record, it may do what you expect, which is take the recording, and then when you end it, upload it, like boom, 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 fine. But most of the time since last night when I hit it, it just, the red line appears, you know, the progress line, it just crawls and then it hangs over here. And then in the database, it says there's a recording, but when you click on it, click on C, you know, clear C. Does that make sense? Should I show you what I mean?
So I think, so first of all, I would say that performance thing that you're showing us is only it's only telling us page load speed. Like it doesn't have anything to do with the actual workflow on the page. So
that doesn't make, there's nothing on this page, but these things, like there's nothing else here. So that seems like there's something wrong too.
Well, but there might be, but it's not related to the problem that you're having. It could be related to the things that you have loading on the page that are related to the problem, but it's not a direct correlation from your performance. Your page load speed is not going to have anything to do with your workflow not working once the page is loaded. So just so you know, Bubble is known to have horrific performance for page load speed. The reason you're worried about page load speed in this instance, what they're timing it against, the relevance there is for you to be indexed on Google. And I don't think this page in your app is going to be indexed on Google.
Not at all. No.
Okay. All right. So we can disregard that part. And then the next part is you are having trouble getting that button click, whatever is on that workflow. So let's go look at that workflow.
So first you click it and it starts the recording.
Okay.
It sets a state and it starts the recording. Then if it is already recording, it stops the recording when you click it. It uploads the content. And then after that, because this is where it's hanging. But
so
after
go
that,
back.
it does various things.
Okay, so when group SMS response is clicked, okay, so you have, there's one issue here. You need a condition on this workflow because you have a condition on the other one and it's the same button. So you need the opposite condition on this workflow so that it knows what it's doing because it's trying to run this over and over again. There you go. And let's see if that fixed it.
Shouldn't it be as empty? It's not no. Well, I have to set it here. Then where's the state getting set? Because
so you should probably set it to no on page load. So just create a new workflow on page load. There you go. So now it's set to no, and your other two conditions will work. And now you won't have competing workflows. So it should be working much more consistently already.
Okay, let me just add it to the other thing. Test, 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 test. Okay, that's better. It's a lot better. It's inconsistent, so I will try it a few more times. I have no faith.
Definitely. No, it was designed. It was programmed to be inconsistent because you didn't have. Oh wait, go back. No, you have the same. Go back to the workflows.
I am.
Recording state is one should be yes and one should be no. Is that right? Or are we looking at something different? I'm confused.
No, this one should be yes. Wait a minute, this one should be no. And this one.
It's important that they're opposites because if they're the same, then it's going to try to run both at the same time. So, and you want one to run in one condition and the other to run in the opposite condition.
Yeah, this is right. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for catching that. I would have been up at like 4 a.m. going, why isn't it working? Okay. So then the other thing is the API. I just don't think I have a. So my first question is, does anyone have any insight into AWS versus Azure?
No, I do not.
I figured
I don't know if
before
Justin is still here or not. But
I figure before I spend a ton of time trying to make AWS work while Azure's working now, but this is expensive. So I know it is. I don't know if this is. I mean, I don't think it's as much. Anyway, here, let me start with the workflow that's working. It starts the transcription. And then I don't know what happens next. Like, I don't know when the get happens because all the tutorials show you to click a button, but I don't want it to click a button. I want it to just happen.
got it. Can we come back to that? Maybe maybe when Justin's back.
Okay.
And then
Sorry about that.
no, that's okay. I think we're cycling through questions. So we tackled one and we'll come back in a little bit, Jay, if that's cool.
Okay, yes.
Awesome. Francisco. Welcome.
Hey guys.
I got your video and I watched it and I didn't show it to everyone else like on the team because I already know it's something that we can help you with. So do you want to share your screen?
Yes, I do. Just a second. Ta-da-da. Oops. Share screen here. Share.
So so you're building out a form and the user is basically setting up their schedule for what they plan to do in their workouts. And then you want to prompt them to put a note on their workout after.
Yes.
Okay. So, and the question was, well, how am I going to do that? Because Bubble is only allowing me to like show based on specific dates and times. Yeah. And that means that you are going to have to create a workout thing in the database for each workout. So there are a few different ways that can happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I did here, just so you understand, is this. I created one database here, which I call diary, diário here, which the athlete, he's going to be able to input everything. Not everything, but he's going to save the data, the first data. He's going in this database, he's going to tell us when he's going to do, I don't know, running workout. and which is the date and everything else. And then I separated here for treino A, B, C, and D, which are going to be his feedbacks.
I don't think so.
All right.
No,
No, good. That's exactly what we're here to talk about.
There's going to be a much simpler way to do this in your database than to
Awesome.
having those all separated. So I think we need to go to a scenario where each diary thing in your database is separated by the specific date. And so what it becomes is it becomes sort of a template, and then you can decide how far out into the future you want to schedule those things, and create only those during that period of time. And then you can set it to automatically renew a certain number when you get to the end or something like that. But instead of having like different workouts that are sort of that are templated, and then you're asking the note's going to have to go on that specific thing, and the date is going to have to be on that specific thing. And then that's how you're going to trigger the reminder. So,
All right.
Justin, Pablo, are you following this at all? Or not? It's okay if you're not. I had the heads up on this one.
Yeah, not really.
Okay, so it's the user is going to select a type of training, and then it's going to select I don't know what that says, Francisco. So
it's just the type of training and the name of the training that the user wants to put it.
And then they're going to say a particular date and time for the training.
Yes. And then the app should not remind them, but should ask them for feedback after the training.
After the training, and they're going to be scheduled on a recurring basis based on the day of the week, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I think what we want to do is, this is a slightly complicated. Any thoughts, Justin?
Yeah. So can you hear me? My
Yes.
audio is messing up
Yes.
again.
We can hear you great.
All right, perfect. So the thing here, you're trying to create a date. Like, for example, you say the STQQSSD, that's the day of the month week, right?
Yeah, that's your Monday to Sunday. That's that in Portuguese.
Okay, and so they're choosing a date underneath. So if they choose Tuesday and then they choose Wednesday underneath, what happens?
Yeah, when I designed this, what was my idea? Here, the person would select the type of the training, if it's like aerobics or if it's lifting weights or whatever. So, and here's like the name that the person would like to put, whatever name. And then I would select here, okay, it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, my practice, and it's going to start on October the 25th. And so this would be like the trigger where the recurring would start.
Oh, when it starts. Oh, okay. Okay. So starting that day. All right. So what you would need to do is, how do you want it to notify them? Do you want them to send send an email? Do you want them to, like, when they're logging into the app on those days, and ask them, like, how do you want it?
When they log in into the app, right on the front, the first screen, they're going to have like a notification area, and they're just going to have to click on that. And then we're going to have a pop-up with the feedback.
Oh, okay.
Which is,
so there's a list. There'll be it automatically pops up, or they can see the list and they click it to have it pop up.
They can see the list and click it.
Okay, so it's got to create that notification
list.
No, not necessarily. It's got to create. Yeah. Okay. I'm envisioning it. So what we can do here is that assign each one of those. Is that a repeating group that you have there, or is that like the STQQ, the days of the week? Is that a repeating group?
No, right now it's not a repeating group. Yeah.
Okay. Assign those a number. So Sunday is 0, and then Monday is 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 4, going all the way to 6. And then what you would do is on the repeating group. So when you save it as a number.
Yes.
And then on the repeating group on the home page. So if you can go to that page where they see the notification.
Yeah, it will be this one here. Why is this is not showing? It would be here like my notifications, and under here it would show that.
It would show a repeating group of them or just one?
It would show a repeating group of them.
Okay, is that a repeating group right now?
No, I didn't finish. I didn't start doing this page yet. I was starting to do that other one because I thought it was like more complicated. So I was starting over there.
All you have to do is do a search. So when you create one of those things, you need just do a search. Drop in a repeating group.
All right.
Yeah, right there. Just drop in a repeating group.
Repeating group here.
And you're going to do a search, and then do you want it to show up like at like as soon as it's Tuesday morning, you want it to show up when you log into the app?
Yes.
If it's Tuesday, for example. Okay. So the type of content would be whatever that thing is that you're creating, a diary. Okay.
Yeah.
And then do your data source. So do a search for.
Just a second, because I had like a bunch of those here. So
Okay, yeah,
diary here, data source, do a search for.
Yeah, do a search for, and then get the type would be diary. I'm assuming that's what that means.
Yes.
Add a new constraint. Okay. Add a new constraint. It's got to be created by the current user.
Created by equals current user.
Yep.
Okay.
And then add another constraint, and then you want to show only the ones for based on the day. So you do. We might need to do a filter for this, but let me just check. You have a lot of fields there. Do you have a field that refers to the day of the week?
To the day of the week, no, but yeah, I thought about it last night that I should create it because exactly about this, it would be easier for me to filter this. But we can put the date, for example, before this today, couldn't we? Like notifications that happen before today.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do you have that date already in there?
I guess. How
many notifications do you think a person would set up? 10, 20, 100? 5?
Yeah, I think 100, but I think that we would show here like only 10, you know?
Okay, so they could set up hundreds. So you wouldn't want to filter it because that would take a long time to load. So you probably want to build in, contains. No, you can do this straight from the search. Perfect. So created.
Can I do this? I don't think so. Shit.
Yeah,
it's because I don't have that date on my database. I would have to insert there.
Oh yeah, just go ahead and you can insert it from that search. If you go back to that search.
Oh, really?
Yep. If you're in the search, click on that search for diaries, and then add a new constraint.
Yeah.
And then click, and then scroll all the way to the bottom. No, it's not there. Sorry. Go back to the data field. It's on.
Yeah, I never heard about
fields.
that though. Let me just a second here.
I remembered incorrectly. There we go. Diaries, probably data types. Yeah.
Yeah. Diary here. Created date.
See you, Pablo.
Starting date. Start date. No, but wait, we want to put the date as today, right?
It would
like
be a
before
date, right?
today.
Before today? I'm confused. Isn't this the date that you wanted the notifications to start?
Yes, this is the date that I want the notifications to filter from. So the notification, the repeating group is only making a search for scheduled events before today, isn't this? Or I got confused during that
No,
process here.
no, you would want to be where the current date is greater than the start date. That's what you're searching for. Well, it's the same thing that you're saying, but reverse. Yeah.
All right, so I have
go
to have two fields here, right? One for current date and another one for starting date.
No, you can grab the current date. It's called current date and time. That's set up on the thing. So just start date is fine. Make that field type date. So you should have a start date now.
Yes.
And then you can set up the workflow for like selecting. Oh, what is Trino dia hora?
Oh, it's actually that field. It's this field that the user selects when the event's going to start.
Oh,
which
okay,
I
that's
think is
what you
pretty
want.
much the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can delete start date then, since you already set that up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then in your design, go into here, search for and then do whatever that was. Yeah, is no, the start date should be less than, right? Less than the current date. The current date and time.
Current date and time. Oh, nice. All right, and then the events will show up here.
Yeah, all of the events will show up, but you want only the ones that are selected for that day, right? So
yes.
You need to add a new data. Sorry, if you go back to the data tab, you're going to add another one called number. It's going to be a list of numbers, like the weekday numbers.
Number.
Yeah, weekdays numbers, and then just the field type is going to be number, and there's going to be a list. It's going to be a list. Oh, sorry, I should have told you. It's a list because you can have more than one day, right? That it repeats on. Yeah. So go ahead and try that again. Very quick. Good. Awesome. So if you go back to that design tab in that, weekday, you can delete that other one.
Yeah. Okay. Design tab.
And then, in the search, you can add another constraint to the search. And that's going to be the weekday numbers contains. And then you're going to do current date and time. Yeah.
Current date and time here.
And then extract. And then you're going to take out the day. That'll give you a number between 0 and 6, which represents the day.
Oh, nice. I didn't know how to do this. Nice.
Yes. Super, super useful.
Yeah, super useful, actually. So this is going to give me the number, which I'll have to set up here on that other screen, right?
Yeah. So when they choose Monday, it'll be 1, and then Sunday is 0. Yeah. You just have to add those manually.
All right.
Probably have to set up a state for each one of them, but yeah.
Good. So let me just, do we have time here, or should we skip to someone else and come back here?
We have quite the list of people today. So let's move. Maybe we'll drop you to the end if that's okay.
Oh yeah, I have no problem.
Okay. So we'll go to the next person then. Thank you very much. Tonya, who is next? I wasn't paying attention. Francisco.
Ben is next.
Ben?
Hey, how you going?
Are you awake now?
Vaguely.
Okay.
I believe the word that
it is 4:41 a.m. So yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. He used the word alive. It's true, Justin.
I have a question around, I've been playing around a lot with APIs and kind of getting a handle on them, but there's just one simple one. I know it's going to be one of those scenarios where, Tonya, you just look at it and it starts working, but
that has been known to happen.
Yeah, I just can't find a resource that I need.
Okay, Francisco, I think you're still sharing. If you want to stop sharing your screen and let Ben share.
Thank you.
So this is the API that I'm using. And what I'm trying to do is get an account feed, a user account feed, like all their Instagram feed. And it's all here, all the information is here. And even when I go to, I've set it up in this one that, you know, it all works just fine. But what I can't find is where to get the actual image from. And I don't know how to search it. I've tried everything that has like a location. But when I add any sort of image into Bubble, it just keeps coming up with nothing, no image at all.
Oh, I have dealt with this. I don't know the answer. Maybe Justin has something for us.
Yeah, you'll have to jump through your workflow. So where you're getting a URL, because an image in Bubble is just a URL. That's all it is.
Yeah, so I changed this node media preview, which is a URL to image, so I could process it with ImageIX, because otherwise you can't.
That might be base 64. Oh, okay.
And then there's this node thumbnail SRC, which I changed to image as well. They were the only two that kind of looked like they could be it. I mean, maybe I could try the profile image just to see if it's working. And then, yeah, so
so you're getting, this is from
this is
Current
what I've
Sales
got,
Instagram. So it's getting the data source is Instagram Restyler, which is the API workflow. And then you're getting account feed. And then can you do Current Sales Restylers feeds node media preview? Can you have a look at that node media preview again? What is that node media preview coming through?
Yep.
You can just click manually enter the API response, and it will also just show you the.
You can do what, sorry?
So there's a button beside that one that you just click called manually enter API response. And if you click that one, you'll just see the last thing that was put in.
Instead of having to redo everything.
Instead of having to reinitialize it. Yeah, you just see it here. Okay, so what was the name of that one again? It was.
I can't remember.
No media preview, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's why, because a no media preview, it looks like it's not giving you any image. It looks like that's some kind of base 64. Base 64 is just the format of, but it looks really too short to be base 64 unless it's a tiny little icon. So you're trying to get a profile image, basically?
Well, I'm trying to get the image of the post. So it's a user's feed.
Okay, try to get the thumbnail source then. Try to use that. Node.thumbnail source.
Node thumbnail SRC.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you throw that into a browser window to see what happens?
Okay.
Oh, I think it goes to the 83. Yeah. Goes all the way to the 83 on line. Yeah, it's all line 31. There we go. Copy that, open a new tab, paste that in. That's just giving you a link. Oh, wait, is that your new tab?
There we go.
Oh, okay.
That's
so correct. It is coming through. Okay, so that's what you need to use, your node preview, or not your node preview, whatever this was, a thumbnail source. That's what you need to change your image to.
Okay. Thumbnail. No thumbnail
Thumbnail source.
SRC.
Yeah. Oh, this is where I need to put in the Jeopardy music.
Still nothing coming up.
Click inspect in the bottom right. And then hover over the image. What's going on? Is your image showing?
No.
Hover over the text. Hover the text. Something's going on. Your inspect's not working. Are you in Chrome? Yeah, you're in Chrome. What are your error messages?
Oh, there we go.
That took a while. Yeah, okay. There, click on that. Okay, so image source, click on that image source. The link on the, yeah right there. And okay, so it's getting an image, but it's not allowing you to show it. And then if you see in the middle there's like .jpeg and it's got a question mark after in the middle of the image source. Can you copy all of that? Yeah, copy all of that, and then I think you have to highlight it. It's kind of annoying. Or you can, if you want to highlight it on the right side where it says thumbnail source, click on that. Yeah, right there. Yep. Right click that image, right click the broken image. Yeah. Open image, new tab. Okay, let's see what's coming through. So the image is coming through. It looks like you need to be logged in for that image to come in. This is from Instagram? You're getting these?
Yeah.
Instagram feed. Okay. Click on the press F12 on your keyboard, or no, you're on a Mac. Right click and press inspect.
Whereabouts?
Yeah, no, you click anywhere. Yeah, inspect. The last one, and then you should get a little window that pops up. Do you have two monitors?
Yeah.
Did it come? Oh, okay. Well, it's very slow. Okay, go ahead and click on console. It's very top. It's the top tab on the top second tab. Yep. Okay. Failed to load resource. Error blocked by response, not same origin. So it looks like you can't display that JPEG because Instagram is blocking it. Okay. Here, can you copy that where it says error blocked by response? Can you copy that text and then just let's see why that error message comes up. So copy that and then do a Google search real quick on that error message. Okay, all right. All right, so I found one here. Yeah, right there, the very first one. Instagram web API get error blocked by response. This is a common issue, it looks like. This has to do with the Instagram API, nothing to do with Bubble. It says, I'm just reading the answer that you're waiting for it to load. Did you click on the first one? Yeah, go ahead and click on that first one. It says, one of the ways to mitigate this would be to create a simple image proxy which will lurk on your domain, download the image from the Instagram server to your server, then output it to the browser. That is too much information. So you need to create a, oh, you are getting the base 64, display base 64. Oh man.
Do you think it's just a problem with that API? Because I've gotten it to work on other ones before. Should I just try a different API provider?
Which does it have to be Instagram?
Yes.
So what do you mean by a different API provider?
Through Rapid API, there's like, you know, a number of different APIs available that all do different things. And I can just try one of the other ones.
Oh, you're setting up through Rapid API. Okay, so this is not the direct connection to Instagram then.
No.
Oh, I see. Okay. I don't think that's gonna help in this. You said you have got that image to show before?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pablo and I got it to work over on this one. But I was just looking for an alternative because this one's quite expensive.
Oh, I see. Let's jump right back into there for a moment here. Do you mind if I, oh, that might not work the fastest. Do you mind if you close some of the, just to speed up your browser a little bit, if you close some of the tabs you're not using?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hopefully that'll speed this up. So if you jump into your Bubble app now, and then I think what you were getting was base 64, but I need to check again. So if you go to your plugins and then go to manually enter API response again, let's check. You have a display URL, and then you have a node media preview. Under that node media preview, can you scroll down? Can you highlight that entire text and copy it? And then you're going to open a new tab and you're going to Google base 64 to image online or something like that. Yeah, sure. Okay, so paste your string and then click generate image.
It's just coming up broken.
It's coming up as preview image, hey? That's not what you want. Okay, so that looks like that tiny little base 64 is just showing that preview image as it. So that's not what you want. So let's go back to your Bubble app. If we scroll down, keep scrolling, let's see if there's any other things that are referring to content. You have the node thumbnail source is what we used already. And then scroll down again, and then you have another one underneath, which is node thumbnail resources source. That looks like it's another JPEG, but it's a different JPEG. And then you have profile picture URL. You don't want that. Then you have the node tracking token. And then, okay. And then you have the node display URL. And is that JPEG? No, I don't think that is. That's a link to go to the actual thing on Instagram. And then you have CDN Instagram, which is the user profile pic again. So none of those are what you want. And you have that node media preview again.
Could it be that node resource?
I think that's just a smaller version. Yeah, put that into a new tab. I think that's just a smaller version of that image. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Why don't we? Yeah, what's the best way to deal with that? basically, pick base 64. Everyone's saying online that you need to use the base 64 to grab that. I don't think this is something that I can solve in 15 minutes.
Cool. Yeah.
I think this is something, a little more difficult. Getting that error blocked by response, but at least you can search that online. That error blocked by response, and if it's not working, then jump into you can jump into the Rapid API and switch it over and see if there's another one that you can try.
Yeah.
If the other one was working, I don't know what the other. Do you still have the old one set up?
No.
Not set up anymore. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you can Google that for a little bit. If we have more time at the end of office hours, I can focus on that. Does that work?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, that's been great. And as long as I know what the issue is, I can do research. But I was just struggling to even know what it was, why it wasn't working.
Okay.
But now I can, can kind of dive into it, which is great.
Okay. Hopefully I was able to help a little bit there.
Yeah, no, it's been great. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Hopefully we'll have enough time at the end to come back. Sounds good. Thank you, Ben. I'll talk to you again after.
All right. Callum, do you have anything for us today?
I did. Unfortunately, I've got to jump off on a call with Mark now, so I might be back in like half an hour or something. But yeah,
all right, sounds good.
Fun.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.
Jordan, you're up.
Cool. Hello, how are you?
How's it going?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you guys?
Good.
Thanks.
Sorry, I got the automations sort of up and running, which is good. But one thing I couldn't figure out was how to put like a delay on it. So I'll show you what I've got so far.
Okay.
Cool. So you can see my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was doing quite a bit of work on the setting page over the weekend. And basically I've come up with these automations here. So I create a new one. So I haven't hooked up the name yet. I don't think I actually need that. But you choose what stage you want it to run at. So if I go lead and then what substage. So call attempt number 2, and then I'll choose what action I want to happen. So if I go SMS, and then I'll choose what template I want to use. So let's just say lead card for this one. And then I wanted to put in like a number of days delay. So I might go like after the stage is in there for 2 days, then run this. So I haven't been able to hook that up yet, but everything else is working. So basically I'll create that. This will pull through the template. I've got an on and off button, so it only works if it's on. But basically if I turn it on, and then if I go to lead attempt 2, automations. Okay, so what's happened here? Okay, so I'll just go to my test one. So if I put this stage back into lead and select call attempt 2, so that should run the automation. So basically what should happen, Yeah, so what it's done is it's created a record here in the back. So
Oh, I see. Okay.
yeah, so it's all working. If I go into, I haven't actually set up a proper view to be able to see the automations yet.
But it's coming. I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there is a way to see it. So I'll just quickly show you. If I go back to Jordan. So I should be able to see it here. Yeah, so this is it here. So basically it's created the, it's ran the workflow and it's created a draft SMS for me to send. So basically I would just check it, boom, and then I would just push the send button and that will go. So basically every time something gets moved in the pipeline, it'll create things that can go out to the client.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So what I've done in the backend workflow automations. So I've gone whenever a stage change, a substage change stage is changed, it'll schedule an API workflow on a list. Okay, and then it will do a search for pipeline automations with whatever substage it's in, under which organization the current user is and whether it's active. Yes. So that's all working sweet. And then that'll run this API workflow, which goes create a new action. It'll shoot through, fill in everything. And then it will add that activity to the profile. So that's all working. The only thing I couldn't really get my head around was how I could make it so that I could bring in the stage delay.
Oh, okay. So when you're creating that SMS, so when you're showing from that one tab when you're like doing the workflow, when activity tab, I think it was called, on that activity tab, the activity was showing. You don't want that activity to show up unless the delay has been factored in. Is that what you want?
Yeah. So ideally, if I go back to the settings page, if I have a delay on here of 0, I want it to happen instantly. If I've got 1, I want it to happen after 1 day, after it's been in that stage for 1 day. If I've got 2, after 2 days, 30 after 30 days.
So when you say it, you want it to show up after 30 days. It means like in the activities log, you want it to show up, or do you?
Well, yeah, I don't even want the record there. I want the record to be created after 1 day if it's still in that pipeline.
Okay, so where is this going to show? So after 1 day, what's going to happen? Let's say delay. So after 1 day, what happens? What do you?
Well, ideally, I in this backend workflow, I would have thought that automations, I could, when it says schedule this API workflow to run on a list.
You have that as a back end database trigger, and you're going to need to actually schedule the workflow instead, is what you're talking about. So when you do an API workflow as opposed to a database trigger, you get to schedule it from when you are setting things, and you'll be able to put the delay in the schedule.
So I've got to change that trigger.
Oh, you're using a trigger. Oh, okay. Yeah, totally. What Tonya said is 100%. Yeah.
So schedule a API workflow.
Yep. And you should be able to, actually, you might just be able to right click and right click, replace by another type.
So which
API
one would it
work.
be?
The top one. Yeah.
You'll need to rename it and then change the only one.
So what would this be? So API workflow.
Create
now.
the thing, right?
This is an API workflow, eh? So do I still need two?
Oh, hold on a second. Actually, Tonya, I think, can you undo for a second? I just need to see what it was before. What's your, on your trigger, it says when the applications before, oh, sorry, go back. Only when applications before changes staged sub is not applications now staged subs. Okay. So,
but we
you're
can
running this trigger on the application item whenever there's a change on the stage, on the sub stage. Whenever there's a change on the sub stage, you're going to run this trigger.
Yeah.
That's what's happening, right? And then what's happening in your thing?
Yeah.
Underneath that, sorry, in the step one, what's happening on step one?
Schedule the API workflow.
Then you're scheduling, instead of scheduling the current date and time, why don't you just schedule the current date and time plus the delay?
Well, that's what I was thinking, but then I couldn't locate the delay because it's actually running a list of things, right? So there might be 3 or 4 different automations and it hasn't found them yet because this is searching for them.
So you're running, what are you running this on? You're running this on, I mean, what's the API workflow that you're running? Run on, automation. So on here, this is where you would do it. So create a new action. So why are you doing it on a list and not on one thing?
Because there might be 2 or 3 different things that happen, right?
Multiple automations, but this triggers, because the application is changing. Therefore, you want to do it for each of the automations because you might have more than one. Okay. So, and then you're scheduling that API workflow. What you should do is create another API workflow that then schedules the other ones individually. So you just add another in-between step that just schedules them individually. Do you understand what I mean?
No.
Okay, so do this one here, like name this one schedule automations.
Yeah.
And then add a new parameter. And then it would be, I guess, whatever run automation is, the same thing as run automation. What's your key for run automation? Application and automation, right?
Application automation, yeah.
Yeah. So just
Okay.
okay. And I think none of them are lists, right? Yeah. Okay. And then in here, just to add another action. So do data, or sorry, I mean, it would be a custom event, and you're going to schedule that other API workflow. Yep. Schedule API workflow, and the API workflow is run automation. And this is how you can split it up. Yeah. Run automation, and the schedule date is now the automation. Oh, I guess it would be the current date plus automations. Yeah. Yeah. Current date and time plus days. Oh, no, click. Yeah. Yeah. And then click more plus days.
Day, automation,
delay.
Yeah.
And then you just pass the application through and the automation through. And then now you're scheduling them individually.
So this one would need to go to there, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So you're going to do that one for the API workflow. You're going to run that on schedule automations. There you go. Now it's going to schedule them individually.
So that'll pass it to there. Okay. And then what happens if the stage gets changed in between times? Can I cancel it?
so in between times, before, you're going to have to save the you're going to have to save the schedule thing on it. So when you schedule the API workflow on run automation, click here to add an action. Sorry, no, go back to the schedule automations. Go here. Yeah. So right here, make changes to a thing. You're going to have, in order to cancel it, you need to make a, right there.
Yeah.
Things to change. Yep. It's going to be the application or the automation rather. And then the field, you're going to add a field, a text field called like a scheduled ID.
Add a new one.
Yeah.
This would need to be saved to the application, right? Not the automation.
Well, I don't know your database well enough to know which one it would be.
Because the automation is just it's just a template. It's not unique. So the application is the thing that's going to be.
Yes. Application. But application has more than one automation, right?
It does, yeah.
So it would need to be.
Can we before on this run automation? Can't we just put like a field on there?
Make sure it's still in this right stage. Yeah. Just do a check on it to make sure it's still in the right stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So only when applications
Sage
substage,
right?
Is
application automations. Yep.
Is automations. No. It needs to be like a trigger, right? Like you know how it's got before. Applications before stage is not. Can I do that? No.
No, but application stage. You're not tracking the stage on the automation. Automation doesn't have substage on it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
How come you can't just say application stage?
Oh yeah, no, I can't.
Substage is
application
stage.
substage is automation. Yeah. No, sorry.
Substage.
Yeah, that should do it.
Yeah. And then that'll only create it. And then you probably want to, that'll do it. Mm-hmm.
So this will trigger it straight away. This will then trigger something that's going to be delayed, and then once it goes to run it, it will do a final check, and if it's still there, it'll run. Yeah.
Yep. Yes. There we go. We solved it. Woohoo!
Good one. Okay. Thanks.
Awesome. Do you have any other questions, or is that it?
No, that's it. I was gonna probably break it down and have a selection to be either minutes or days. So, but that's a job for another day. But with that, I would just have to maybe just make 2 of these, and then just put a condition. If it's minutes, use this one. If it's days, use this one.
Well, you could do minutes and days. So you just do plus days and plus minutes on the same one. So after delay, you just do plus minutes.
Yeah.
Because the days would, So if you click on delay.
Yeah.
And then click more. No, you got to click more. Because only after you click on it does it show more. Yeah. And then plus minutes. And then you would do the minutes.
Yeah. What happens if one of the boxes is empty with that?
Then it would be 0.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you could just do, yeah. Sweet. Okay. Okay, cool. That'll still work.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Glad we can help, Jordan.
Thank you.
Awesome. We're circling
who's
back.
Up next?
We're circling back around to Brittany. Brittany, do you have any other questions for today?
Yes, I'm having a problem with loading. It's going extremely slow. So I'm going to show you. Give me 1 second.
That is not an uncommon problem in Bubble. unfortunately.
So, and it's only on this page when I'm trying to sign users up here. So it doesn't do it here. But whenever like I'm going through Stripe and trying to sign them up for a subscription plan, it takes forever. It never even loads all the way. And I'm just going to show you. And I have to like press the refresh button and then do it again before it would even go through. So I don't know if I have something set up incorrectly in the thing. I don't know.
Is this a new problem since Juan worked on it last week?
Oh, this isn't going to show you because I've already been, this isn't right, but I'm not sure. I think it happened before, but it wasn't as frequent. But now it's just every time I try to use that page, it doesn't do anything. So let me see if I can.
So whenever you're having issues like this, it's always good to have your console open just to
Okay.
see what's going on in the console. Yeah. So if you right click the
Okay, so-
page and click
yeah.
inspect, yeah.
Inspect. Okay. So,
And then click on the console
oh,
up at the top.
right.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to actually put in something.
Hey, Tonya, I'll be right back. You watch the
Okay.
screen while I'm gone. Okay.
I will watch the screen. I don't know that I'll know what you're looking for, but I'll watch it.
Sorry.
This is working fine. Oh, I have something. Oh, this is another issue that I forgot. Oh my God. Okay. I can't even show you what the issue is because of the other issue. Oh my,
Yeah. Okay.
this is crazy. This I need to delete. I'm sorry. My
That's
bad.
okay.
Okay, so now that I have that out of the way. Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure what the issue was, either one.
So the issue with the pop-up loading thing, I'm just gonna wait on that because I'm not even concerned about that at the moment. It's not a big deal. That's just something extra I was trying to add on. But here's what. Okay. So this is what's taking. So now it wants to work. Okay.
Yep. It's one of those where Tonya looks at it and it's fixed.
Right.
Hopefully
This-
it'll stay fixed.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
No, that's fine. You can try it a couple times if you want to see if it gets stuck
Yeah.
again.
yeah, because it was taking forever, and I think
When
I wanna go
when
back to
when
that.
it does take forever, the reason for that is probably an error and it won't load at all. Or are you saying
Right.
that it takes forever and it does load?
no, it doesn't load at all. I'll have to refresh and then I really want to show you guys. Like it'll just be sitting there. Like
Yeah.
I gotta do this all over again. This sucks. And I can.
If this helped, can you hear this?
Here, I guess not, because I was going to say here what?
Oh, nothing's coming through, hey?
No.
No?
Oh, now. Stop,
it's working.
stop. It's too loud.
Zoom always increases the volume. I don't know why.
That was way too loud. Let's not do that. But we can hear the ASMR of that rapper that you're playing with.
Making me want chocolate so bad.
I'm so sorry. I didn't eat this morning.
And we've heard your keyboard clicking before. That's gotten a comment.
Why is it doing this? Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm so
It's okay.
sorry.
It's okay. You can always check the logs too to see what the errors were.
Okay. But
So if you have a time where that happens, you can check the server logs.
Do you know how to do that, Brittany?
I don't.
If you go to the logs section where I showed you how to show the schedule, except
Oh, I
do
see.
server logs.
Okay, and it should.
And then if you click search, it should tell you what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, you might have to open up Show Advanced.
Where's? Oh, right here.
Yeah, and then one of them is workflow error, and the other
Okay.
one, that one's already checked, and then one is plugin server side error.
Okay.
It's like one over from that. Yeah, and then HTTP
You might want to uncheck the
request
others.
and HTTP response.
Okay. So unchecked all of these, just so
Yeah,
to
anything
show
that
it.
doesn't
just-
have to do with errors,
Right.
and include HTTP request and HTTP response, because that is telling you if Stripe is not responding to something.
Okay.
So those are the 4 that you would want to look at if you're getting an error like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try to do it on my own, but maybe tomorrow if I join out.
Yeah,
Or if
definitely.
you-
Oh, tomorrow's a great day to join. I forgot to mention this, but Eli will be here tomorrow evening to support us. So for tomorrow's evening session, Eli, our 4th co-founder of Pro No Coders, will be here. Super excited to have him on.
He's also the technical support for the largest bubble agency.
Exactly. He's the person we go to at AirDev if we have any questions or run into any problems. So
Is he regularly going to be doing the 9 p.m. or the late sessions?
no, not regularly. We don't have a regular schedule for him,
Okay.
but he does often. He's watching, and if he has any input, he'll just Slack us so we can help in real time. But yeah, he will be coming on more. It's just not a regular schedule at this point. So actually what happened was somebody tossed him a question in Twitter and he was like, let's talk about this on office hours. So that's how that went down.
Careful, now everybody might be asking him what.
I know, right? Well, he can still send them to office hours. So, okay, let's see. Next is Jay. We're coming back to your issue with AWS versus Azure.
Okay.
And I don't know that either Justin or I have any experience with either. That will be helpful.
Well,
I have a. Oh,
go
sorry,
ahead. No, please go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, I'm hiring a new developer that will be sitting behind me that does have experience in this. So in the near future, you might have some more help.
Near future meaning next week or after I've got too old to type?
Probably, yeah, a week, 2 weeks range, somewhere around there.
Good. I have Azure working, so I'm going to go with that for now, and I can always change over. Right now, what you're looking at, obviously, I was checking the logs, and Azure did start. AWS started too, but I'm going to stick with Azure. So this started. Here's the workflow. The problem is I don't know where to put the get. So right now I have it right after the start, but that doesn't really make sense to me because it hasn't, there's not a pause. How does Bubble, there isn't a webhook. I couldn't find a webhook in Azure to say, hey, job done. So I'm missing something.
Okay, so how does this work? So you have an audio recording, you send it to Azure, and then you ask for the transcription back?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, so you're sending it the file, and then when it's done, there should be some kind of what kind of Azure has like built-in transcription, or is this some custom solution that you've added onto Azure?
It's Azure Cognitive Services. You always ask me questions I can't answer, Justin. I don't know. I just followed the tutorial like an idiot. I did what they said.
So transcription. So they have speech to text.
Yes.
So basically, there's got to be some kind of, in their documentation, they've got to have some kind of explanation for how they send back information. So I'm just going to have a look here. So speech to text, get started with speech to text. I'm just looking at their documentation now. I'll put it in the chat in case anybody wants to follow. Oh, I can't put it in the chat. There we go. Okay, so I'm having a look here. We got create a speech configuration, install the SDK, recognize from microphone, recognize for file is what you're doing. Okay, so if you want to recognize speech from a file, you need to create an audio config. However, when you create the audio config, instead of calling blah, 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 you call from wave file and pass the file forth, and we did that. Okay, and so we got an async from subscription. Okay.
Yeah.
Start subscription transcription. What is... in step 2, can you refer to step 1?
Say that again. In step 2, can you refer to step 1?
2. Yeah. So click on, yeah, sure. Can you result of step 1? Links, files, properties, word, channels, punctuation mode. Keep scrolling. Is there anything else? Display name.
Status.
So you... Yeah,
what are you looking
for? Status. I'm looking for like text to see if it has like finished transcription. This is just the different properties though. Can I check your API connection?
Yeah. Which one is this? Okay, here it is. So there's the start. There's the everything there. Pretty straightforward. And then this is all in the JSON.
Okay, and then you're sending.
That's all the JSON. Sending this file.
What's the response? Click on manually enter. Yeah. Self. And then you're getting a bunch of properties. Transcriptions. Can you copy where it says self? Can you put that into a new tab? See when that opens up, that link?
This link, okay.
Yeah.
Access denied. Wrong API endpoint. Need a valid key and the current region.
Okay. It looks like that's passing. That's what we want. That file. So if we go back to Bubble for a second, you're getting a response here. How did you? Oh, you made this an event. Okay, click cancel. So scroll up here. So uses an action or uses data. You probably want to use it as data. Did the tutorial tell you to use it as an action?
No, I don't remember actually. I looked at so many all weekend, over and over for hours. I feel like these people should be at my Thanksgiving table. I don't remember, but I know that I made it an action decisively so I could get to it in the workflow. So that was, I don't think that he did recommend that, but the tutorial had a button to click, to fetch, but I don't have a button. So I thought I needed to be this. Anyway, here it is, and it initialized just fine.
Okay. Okay. So hit save. Okay, and then go to workflow. And then where it says make changes to SMS response. In the transcription, yeah, click on that. API provider is right. Is that the one you just set up though?
Yeah.
How do you have it in as a data and an action?
Oh, well, that must have been from
twice?
before. No, I don't. Could it be a remnant? It doesn't make sense. I don't know. It isn't set up twice. Let me just double check, because like I said, things got kind of crazy. You know how it is when you
Get
can't stop?
transcriptions.
Let's see. So this is
that's getting
one.
a list of all the transcriptions. That's just getting a list of all the transcriptions. Oh, and then you're grabbing the first item. Oh,
No.
I see what you're trying to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's probably not going to work because it's not fast enough. Or I mean, it's too fast. Like you're asking for it before it's done.
How do
So
you
it's
know
gonna be
this is a list? Where do you see that?
Just in the name, get transcriptions.
Oh, I mean this name?
Well, I mean, in the URL, it says transcriptions. So that
yes.
means there must be more than one.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't want to use that. I mean, if you want to refer to them later, like maybe like 5 or 10 minutes later after the transcription's done. I don't know how long the transcription takes, but we can see. Go ahead and click workflow again. Go back into that workflow. And then you can remove that only one, delete that only one. So the transcription is as your cognitive services get change the get transcriptions. Yeah, change that to the Azure Cognitive Services start transcription. Okay, and then pass it the file. Wait, is this a database trigger?
Yeah, is it not supposed to be?
If it's empty, every time it's empty, you're doing this on the back end. Okay, that works. Yeah, that works.
Is there a better way to do it?
No, I mean,
Okay.
I would have to know a lot more, but I don't think this is a bad way to do it.
Okay.
Okay, so you're passing that in, and then you just want self. And then, but you're going to get a URL. What does it return? Let's see. I'm just checking the documentation again. Change source language. Next steps, use codec. Okay. So you have the speech config, recognize from in-memory, from file, and then await from file speech config. And then what is it doing? It doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you how to grab that text. Result.text is what you're looking for. Yeah, reinitialize that call.
And look for the raw.
Yeah, sure. Let's have a look there.
And what are we looking for? Self.text.
Files. Yeah, I don't think self dot text. I don't see it. Scroll down, keep scrolling down. We got files. We got no text.
Well, shouldn't the file be okay? Because once the file's in my data type, then I can call that link and display it to the user as text, right?
I mean, you can give them that link, but they're going to run into that API problem again, right? They're going to be like, you don't have the API key.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
This is a very technical question because I don't know actually how they're returning it, because it says in here in their code on that documentation. I think you opened it up earlier, but it's just saying basically they're waiting for the text to come through, and they're getting result.txt. And it's a recognizer. They're creating a new speech recognizer, speech config, audio config. Okay. Let me, you know what, Jay, I think I'm going to need more time to digest that.
Okay.
I'm going to come back to that, and then I'll respond to you. After
Okay. Thank you.
office hours, if that's okay. Yeah. I'm curious about that because I think that would be really useful in a lot of other apps too.
I have like 3 other voice app things lined up. This is the first app I did, and I got stuck with it because it was all APIs, and they weren't easy ones. It was Twilio and Facebook Business and then something like this. And I banged my head against the wall for weeks and weeks. And finally I was like, I'm going to build something I can actually build. And that was 6 months ago. Now I'm back to this.
It always is, right?
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Callum, you're back. Welcome.
What up? You're right.
Hey,
Can you hear
Callum.
me?
Yep, we can hear you. Well, it's we want you to get a new microphone.
I will buy a new microphone at some point.
Collectively, we've decided that you have to get a new.
I was wondering if that's the royal we or if it was
It's been a topic of conversation outside of office hours. So.
Oh, has it? Oh, I'm glad you're talking about me behind my back. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, it's only behind your back if I don't tell you about it later.
Very true. Very true. Did I have anything? I didn't really come. I changed my the link preview plugin I was using just randomly stopped working, so I just changed to the new link, a different link preview plugin, which is a bit annoying because you have to pay for the API calls, but I have a feeling that that's why the other one stopped working, and it was by zero code. And when I swapped it to the most recent version, I got like 56 errors, and it turns out they'd actually removed the API call and they only allowed you to use their UI element, which you can't scale, and it's like 600 pixels wide, and obviously mine's mobile, so it's 320 pixels wide, so I couldn't use it anymore. So I'm just changing everything around to the new link preview API. But other than that, I don't have issues. I usually do have issues, and I only remember them after office hours. So yeah, I'll
Write them down
for next time.
Yeah, write them down or send them on over. You could submit issues to the request page before our extension is released, but eventually you'll just be able in your editor just throw them in the extension, right? Is that how that's going to work?
Fantastic plug right there.
Wait. Awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
So nothing we can help right now specifically, hey?
No, I think we mentioned last time on the call about if anyone had found a good drop shipping API, but that's not really a bubble question. It's just more if anyone had found any ones that worked.
A good what API?
Drop shipping.
Oh, drop shipping. Okay.
Yeah, one that doesn't have ridiculous. That thing is right. One that doesn't have ridiculously high minimum order quantities, and one that allows you to bring in products and basically purchase through it. The closest I found so far is just setting up a Shopify one and downloading it as a CSV with all your products and then listing it and doing it manually, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. But yeah, so many of them don't give you access to the API without like a really high order volume or something. So. But yeah.
And you've looked into Shippo that doesn't do drop shipping?
I don't think Shippo does. I think Shippo's just shipping, isn't it? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's just shipping from what I've seen.
Very well.
Well, you're not just talking about like a place to warehouse your things that you're selling and that will drop them in the mail for you. You're talking about hooking into an API that has things for sale that you can then resell, and it will drop ship it to your customer. So it's kind of, it's two pieces of it. It's not that you're like buying the things or having the things made and sending them to a warehouse and then drop shipping from there. It's both. So.
Yeah, it's finding an API that does all that stuff, which I haven't had much luck with, but I've decided not to launch that anyway. So I'm just launching the social elements. It's really annoying because I've got something in the back of my head that I know I needed help with, but I cannot remember what it is. But yeah, I will write it down next time.
Okay. Well, Eli's coming on tomorrow evening, just so you know. I know it's going to be like 3:00 in the morning your time, but it wouldn't be the first time you stayed up that late for office hours. So just putting that out there.
It wasn't even called office hours back then. It was just,
I know. It was just us hanging out on Zoom.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Francisco, you're back up.
All right. I did some little things here, so we could try to move forward with the conversation. I think this might be a little easier here. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yep.
All right. So this is what actually I need to make. I just transferred that screen to another one just so it's easier for us to focus here. But here would be like the type of the training. Here will be the name of the practice that the person would make. And here I would have to select Monday, Tuesday, blah, 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 blah. Here would be the starting date and the recurring time that we would like the pop-up to come out to show to the person. This I already connected with the data bank, with the database. I made create a new thing over there, and it's just not shown here. Right here. What I didn't understand, what I don't know how to do it, it's how to make these checkpoints here, these checkboxes here, to actually transfer to the database as days of the week or as numbers, as we have talked before.
Okay, so when you do, yeah, for sure. Do you mind if I take control of your screen? Is that okay?
No, not at all. Do you need a link?
No, I request it through Zoom, and then you should be able to accept. Woohoo! I'm controlling
that's
screen
nice.
one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so it looks like you have a checkbox here. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I just copied from another place. You can just rename it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to call it Monday, and Monday is referring to 0. No, Monday is 1. It's in the documentation somewhere on Bubble, which day is which. If we get it wrong, actually, we should probably make sure that Sunday is 0. I'm fairly confident, but I don't want to build it in and then have to change it. So if you go to the Academy, this is it takes so long to go here. You go to the Academy and then you go to the manual, which why they don't just link to the manual in the Bubble app, I don't know. And then from here, we're going to be searching for extract day. So extract. And then we're going to look for this one here, extract from date. Okay, extract from date. So day is Sunday is 0. Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Awesome. Okay, so that would be Monday is that one, and then this one is Tuesday, which is 1. No, is 2. Sorry. I'll just set these 2 up, and you can set the rest.
All right. Yeah. Good.
Then you click Start Edit Workflow, and so when you're creating the new thing, it's actually super easy. You just click Add.
All right.
And then you do what is it? Check. I think I named it check.
Yeah.
Is checked. Format as text. Oh, sorry, not format as text. Format as a number. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it this way. How do you add a blank? Can you add a blank? I don't know if you can add a blank with number. add as number. I don't think you can. No, I can't make this blank, right? Oh, I can.
I have no idea.
Okay.
So I'm just watching here. Yeah.
Okay, so let me try this. Let's add that one. And then basically you just do that for each of them.
All right.
So you do weekdays number and then add and then check. But this one would be Tuesday. And then formatted as number would be 2. You know what? I'm just, if I don't put a number, I think it just defaults to 0. Yeah, it just defaults to 0. We don't want 0 in there. So we could create a list. This is such a hack, but you could just make a number that doesn't exist, right? That will never impact it.
But I think that would make an error. Okay.
It wouldn't make an error because it doesn't know that you're trying to check, because 8 would never show up, right? Because you're comparing the day that's being extracted, which is 0 to 6, with does it contain the current date?
Okay.
And 8 would never trigger anything. Now, that's a hack. So let's see if I can figure it out without a hack. Weekdays number, let's try set list to be the list of all of the ones that are checked. Oh, I know how to do it. Okay, so we would do arbitrary text.
Okay.
So we're going to set up arbitrary text, and we're going to convert that text into a list of numbers at the very end. So we're just going to get Monday. So if Monday is checked, I'm going to format that as text. So if Monday is checked, then I want it to be 1, comma. And if it's not checked, then I want it to be nothing. I think that's the way to do it. And then I would just repeat that for all of them. So copy expression, insert dynamic data. So what I'm doing is you would do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, everything like that. Right?
Okay.
You just keep going. So this
you
is
don't have to
way
put a
do it.
comma between them.
Well, no, I am putting a comma in between them, but I'm only putting a comma in between them if there is. Like if it's 1, I'm putting a comma. So this might seem super technical, but it'll be pretty quick when you put it through. So just continue for the rest: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then at the very end of that arbitrary text, you're going to have a list of numbers. The first thing that you want to do is you want to get rid of a comma that's at the very end if there's no number after it. So we're going to trim. We're actually going to do something called find and replace, and we're going to use something called a regex pattern. The cool thing about regex, I don't know if you've ever heard of regex, but it's super useful. So
No, I just heard of it. I never used it though.
You know what? Instead of going into regex, let me just show you the easier way. Regex is quite powerful, but kind of hard to understand. So instead of jumping into that, maybe we'll have a video specifically about regex one time.
Nice.
We can just remove the very last character. So we're going to remove the last character, which is truncated from the end to, would it be the truncated or split? Not split, trimmed. I think trimmed is only for white space. Tonya, you don't know off by hand how to get rid of the last character, do you?
Truncated from end to, and then.
But I think if I put a 1 in there from end to 1, it's going to get rid of the first
last
one,
character,
not the
right?
last one.
No, it goes from the end to the first one, doesn't it? It's the other way you want to go, right?
Yeah, I thought it was
I
the way
just got
Callum
one.
said. Yeah.
But
'Cause
let
if
me
I-
just double check. You think it's from the here? Truncates is starting from the end, removing X characters. Oh, yes, that's exactly what we. Okay, thank you. From N to 1. Okay, so we're going to truncate. So we're taking off the comma at the very end because we don't want another comma. And then we're going to split it by the commas. So that'll give us a list of texts. And then we want to take that list of texts and we want to convert those texts into numbers. And there we go. That should be good. And so when you add Wednesday, Thursday, all of those, you just copy these and paste them in underneath. And then that should work. So we would remove.
I managed to mute myself and you were like using the mouse and I couldn't unmute myself. So yeah, here I am, I'm back again. So right, but then when I save this back on my database, will it show only 1, 2s, 1 and 2 or 3, or will it show like the name of the week?
You don't want the name of the week. You want the number. Sorry, I should have said delete the other ones that I added where it says like weekdays number add. Get rid of those two before I forget. And then you have like a whole bunch extra. Yeah.
Okay, just
So,
repeat that again.
So it's the trash icon, the 4th trash icon down and the 5th trash icon down.
Okay, can I delete both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, those two, the ads. Yeah, not that one. No, undo that.
What?
There we go.
This one.
Yeah, that one. The ads. Yeah, you want the set list one.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
You want to set a list.
Okay, because then let's just make a quick test here.
So it only works with Monday and Tuesday now.
All right. So here, yoga. Today at, I don't know, 4:30. It didn't reset. Okay, so but let's just see if we recorded on the database here.
Click edit.
Oh, what?
You can just click edit. Sorry, if you click cancel, if you just click edit, the little pencil, then you can see them all.
Oh, okay, here, it got here. Okay.
So did the weekdays number come through? Did you put in Monday and Tuesday?
Yeah, I put Monday and Tuesday, but they didn't show up here.
Okay, so let's hit cancel on that. And then let's see, run it step by step. Run the app step by step. So that's the 3rd button. Step by step, there we go. And then go ahead. Okay, so create new, click run next. And then it should say set list. So the set list is not working. Click on the little comma.
Here.
Yeah, right there. And then arbitrary text. Okay, so it's grabbing 1, 1. I knew there was something wrong about the truncated from N to 1. Yeah, it's removing everything except for the last character. I knew that's not what we want. Let me just, it's the truncate that's the problem. We just got to remove truncate last character. I know there's one way of doing it, but I don't want to do that. Okay, so where it says there's some code that we're going to put in and just split this up. The truncated from n to 1 does not remove the last thing. So we have to click on truncated from n to 1.
Okay, so truncated from n to 1
Yeah.
here.
We're going to have to use regex here. So do find and replace. Yeah, not extract with regex. It's find and replace.
Just a second here. I think I messed this up here. Just a second. Truncated here. Find.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. Find and replace. Use a regex pattern. There's a checkbox. Sorry, above.
All right.
Says
Okay.
use a regex pattern, and then get rid of that. Yeah, backspace. Okay, and then in the regex pattern, you're going to put a period. Period represents any character, and then you're going to put in brackets in curly brackets. You're going to put 1, and then the closing curly bracket, and then a $sign. And that little code right there is going to remove. It's going to take the very last character, and then you can replace it with nothing, which will delete it, and then hit close.
All right. Just this, replaced by, I don't have to put anything. Okay.
Nope, nothing like that. And then you're going to have to do the split by comma again. So more split by comma. Yeah. Type in a comma. That will make a list of texts. And now you need to change that into numbers. So convert to number.
Convert to number.
There we go. So you can give that a shot. Preview
Yeah.
that. I'm pretty confident it will work since it was already working. It was the truncated that was causing the issue. Oh, turn off step by step.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Otherwise, every time page load happens, everything will take forever. Hit refresh. That's the old data.
All right.
Yeah, refresh data. There we go. Should be the top one. There we go. Days 1 and we forgot to change the number for Tuesday, but yeah.
Yeah, no, but it works. Now from this, I can work around this.
Yeah.
All right.
You just do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
All right.
You're good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Francisco.
Awesome. Well, it's been 2 hours, Justin. If you have to take off, I totally understand. I still have time on my schedule, so I can write it up.
Okay. Yeah, I do have to bounce, but this was awesome. Jay, I'll get back to you right away.
I just want to let you know one thing before you bounce, since you're going to be thinking about it. I found the right expression for a single transcription, and it's initializing.
Okay.
So I've got that to initialize. I'm just not quite sure what to do with it next.
Initialize. What do you mean initialize?
The plugin, the API in an API connector. It's initializing for get a single transcription. I just had to add a parameter on the end for ID. And that shows you the specific one theoretically. So at least it's connecting.
Okay, but you just need to know when the transcription's done is what you need to know, right?
I think so.
And yeah, so you're gonna have to get that stat. There's got to be some kind of webhook you can set up.
Yeah, I'll be Googling. Yeah, I'll be Googling. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be Googling. Kind of weird audio.
Yeah,
I'll be kind of weird audio.
Please let us.
Weird audio.
Please let
Oh my
us.
God, the voices in my head. The voices.
Oh my gosh, what was that?
Oh, you guys can hear it too?
Yeah.
Did you think it was just you, Callum?
It just sounds so similar to what's usually in my head.
All right. I just wanted to let you know, because if you're going to be thinking about it, I thought, you should be aware that at least it got a little bit further.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I was watching us on Twitch accidentally in the background. I didn't even know.
Oh,
That's why
gotcha.
It was feeding the audio back. Oh man.
It's worse has happened. So
Oh, God.
awesome. All right. Thanks so much, Justin. We'll see you later.
Thank you very much, you guys. Thanks for the play out music.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I'm just going to circle back with Brittany real quick because she got that issue to happen again. Brittany, did you want to
Oh, did
share
she?
your screen?
Yes, I
Okay.
left it.
I'll see you
on-
guys. Bye.
Bye, Justin.
I left it right on here, and it's been like this since I sent the message in chat. It has not done anything, so it doesn't fully complete.
Got it. I just need to remember how you can send the console errors in like a file. Right click on it, or yeah, try the settings or something. There's a way that we can like send that out so we can store it. Maybe. Yeah, we'll figure that out, and then
Okay.
or maybe we just copy and paste it as a plain text file. But definitely we can store that, or we can make that happen again, and Eli should be able to give us some advice on it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I wanted you to have your shot to show us that you weren't making it up.
Right.
Awesome. Well, we're going to be back here tomorrow evening, and I will be joined by Eli Beachy, one of the co-founders of Pro No Coders. And we're super excited to have him on our episode tomorrow night. That's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific time, or session number 3 if you count from the left and you go into your members portal to the office hours at CoCreative NoCode.com. If you want to join us then for a complimentary session, please give us a shout at team@CoCreativeNoCode.com. We'll get you some credentials so you can join us and see what office hours is all about. See if we can answer your bubble questions. Thank you so much. I won't repeat all of the names. We have finally gotten too large for me to go down through the list of names of credits at the end. We had
Thank
like
God.
10 of us. We had like 10 of us on today. So thank you everybody for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks a lot. Have a good night.